I pass on to the explanation of the points that you are asking me. I needed to do point B. Identify the lexical verb in each sentence and state whether the verbs take objects, complements, or both. Am I right? Yes or no? Yes? Because we were saying we identify subject and predicate or not? You tell me. You don't remember, people? What is it? People. I don't remember either. Okay, let's see. Simple, compound, and complex we have already done. I am sure of that. Okay. Lexical verb. You tell me. The first one. What's the lexical verb?
Arrived.
Arrive.
Good. I'm going to identify the lexical verb in all the cases in purple. Okay? Arrived. Is it the only one?
Run out.
Run out.
Very good. Good. Number 2, lexical verb.
Sorry to interrupt, but this one is the one that had the problem.
This one is the one that had the problem. Yes. Yes,
because
exactly.
I only put arrived as a lexical verb.
No. Both of them are lexical because they are of equal
Being
importance.
a simple sentence also.
Yes, because in the way I analyze it, this is a compound predicate, a compound verb phrase in the predicate. That's why, you know what? Read 1.17, people. Because I was telling Eliana, you were not here, that here in Alexander, I got confused with the authors, you know? And Alexander mentions that, I thought that Alexander didn't mention that when you don't, when the subject is the same and you don't write it down because it's the same, it is a compound sentence anyway. Now, Eliana asked me, can it be simple and analyze this? Yes, but you have to analyze this as a compound verb phrase. Huh? The lexical verb are both of them. That, yes, is a mistake. That is a mistake if you analyze only one lexical verb. Okay?
Yes, okay.
But it's
Yes.
a simple sentence.
Or compound, depending on, because as I told you, because I sent you an email and then I didn't want to send it to you again, and I forgot to tell you at the beginning of the class, I told Eliana, but you were not here. When the Alexandrine point, remember that I told you that both, last class I told you that both are okay, but it depends on how you analyze it. If you say that the subject is the same, and so it's not necessary to repeat it, you can also say that this is compound, because the subject is here anyway, they or the caterers. But the important thing, people, is that the lexical verb are both of them, the lexical verbs, I'm sorry, are both of them, because they have the same status or status. They are equally important, okay? They arrive late and run out of food. It's not that one depends upon the other. No. That is the important thing.
So, sorry, Janina. If we happen to make a sentence like this, we have to analyze it as Alexander says, a compound.
Yes. Yes. No, but if you say, to me, other grammarians say the other thing, but to me, it is more logical if you say that it's compound because the subject is there, although it is not written down.
Okay.
Okay. That's why. But if you write that it's a simple sentence with a compound verb phrase, I'm not going to say that it's wrong. But no. But the important thing is that you understand what you are analyzing. Now, what's the subject in this sentence? The caterers arrived late and ran out of food.
The caterers.
The caterers. This is the subject. I'm going to underline the subject. And then you can analyze this as the predicate and this like this, and write that the subject is omitted in this way so that you can see the two clauses and the and as a conjunction joining them, or you analyze the caterers as subject and all this as predicate. It's very difficult when you don't have the board, to tell you the truth. Now, anyway, when I give you a compound, I am going to show the two subjects so that you don't have this confusion, right? Don't worry about it. Now, in the case of the lexical verb here, am I sharing? Yes. In the case of a lexical verb, arrive, is it transitive or intransitive? Arrive.
Intransitive.
Good. It is intransitive. Now, does it take an object?
No.
No. What about a complement? Does it take a complement? Is it a copulative verb?
No.
No. Is it of complete or incomplete predication if there is no complement?
Complete.
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 Incomplete.
What is, why incomplete, darling? You tell me.
Can you repeat the question again? I was not able to listen.
Arrive late. What is late here? Late. What is late showing, expressing?
It's an adverb.
It is an adverb of time.
Time.
Very good. So, is it a complement or an object? No. An object, we know that it isn't. Is it a complement?
No, just modifier.
Does it say something about the subject? For example, are they, no, a characteristic of the caterers? No. So, this is of complete because it doesn't take a complement. It is telling you the time they arrived. It is connected to the verb, but it's telling you the time they arrived. It's not a characteristic of the subject. So it is of complete predication. This is not a complement. Remember that. If this is of intransitive of incomplete predication, it should be a linking verb or a copulative verb, right? Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Run out of. It's a phrasal prepositional verb, right? It is composed of 3 parts. Is it transitive or intransitive?
Transitive.
It is, it is transitive. Which is the object if it is transitive?
Food. Direct object.
Very good. Food, direct object, food. How many objects can you see?
1.
1. Good. Do you see a complement after the object?
No.
No.
No. So is it of complete or incomplete predication?
Complete.
Complete.
Very good, because there's no complement. Do you follow?
Yes.
Tell me. Now, here is the classification. You were not supposed to classify it here. Identify lexical verb and say whether the verbs take objects, complements. But I am classifying to practice also what we have seen. Now, the object is this one. Food, you said before. I'm going to mark the object in with another color. I don't know. Green. Object. Green. Let's go to the second one. Perhaps something has happened to the American hostages in Beirut. Perhaps something has happened to the American hostages in Beirut. Tell me, lexical verb here?
Has happened.
Has happened.
Good. This is the lexical verb. Which is the verb in this lexical verb, let's say?
Happen.
Very good. And what is has?
Operator.
The operator, very good. Now, is it transitive or intransitive? I want to...
Intransitive.
Sorry?
Intransitive.
Does it take an object?
No.
No. Now, look. This is a preposition. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so it cannot be an object. Very good. Is intransitive. So if it is intransitive of incomplete, it must be a linking verb or a copulative verb, like the verb to be. Is it a copulative verb? Is it of complete or incomplete predication?
Complete predication.
Complete, very good. There's no complement, okay? It's not like the verb to be. Good. I'm not going to tell you what this is, okay? So that I don't confuse you, but this is okay like this. Good. He made that remark because I am a Jewish. Lexical, sorry. Subject, this is the subject. Something, I forgot to tell you this. And this is the predicate. Perhaps, people, if you have a word like perhaps, you should put it outside. But if I'm not going to ask you for this in a test or something because we haven't seen it, right? Then we will see that. Don't worry. So if you put it inside the predicate, it will be okay for this moment. He made that remark because I am a Jewish. Lexical verb.
Made.
How many clauses can you see?
Two.
Two, very good. One is?
He made that remark.
Good. And the other one?
Because
I am Jewish.
Good. Which is subordinating?
Because I'm a Jewish.
Good. So the lexical verb should always be here, as you very well said, right? In the independent clause. Good. Is this verb transitive or intransitive?
Transitive.
What is the object if this is transitive?
That remark.
Good. He made something. What did he make is the question, right? Is there a complement after that remark?
No.
So it is of?
Complete
Predication.
Good. Let's do one more, and then I explain the exercise, and then, well, we have, this is the last one. Yes, sorry, two more. Lexical verb here.
Spend.
Good. So sorry, I forgot to tell you about the subject and the predicate in the other one. Let's go back to the previous one. What's the subject in this sentence, people?
He.
And the predicate?
Made that remark with references.
All of it. Everything that is not the subject will be the predicate, okay? Remember. Subject in this sentence?
I.
Predicate, all the rest. Only one clause here. Pay attention to the verb. Spend. Transitive or intransitive?
Transitive.
Where is the object?
The next few hours.
The next few hours. Very good. The next few hours. Good. This is another thing. Is it a complement? Is the object? No, because it's not a characteristic of the object. Very good. So is it of complete or incomplete predication?
Complete.
Now, here we have a compound again. So if you have a compound, you have two clauses. Which are the two clauses here?
She is not Jewish. The
or
hotel
Jewish.
manager.
The other part. The hotel
Very
is
good. And the but is very good. Good. Now, lexical verbs, because it's compound, right?
Is not.
Yes. Or is not, you can say, because you can analyze it like this, is a negative adverb. Any other?
Had assumed.
Had assumed.
Good. Now, lexical verb and had is an operator. Good. What about the verb be here? What type of verb is it?
copulative verb.
Very good. So you can write copulative verb, linking verb, or you can say that it is transitive or intransitive.
Intransitive.
Of complete or incomplete predication. What is Jewish?
Incomplete.
Complement.
How and why? Why Ariel or Yamila? Now I will ask Ariel or Yamila. Or Guillermo or Yamila. Why of incomplete predication?
Because it always takes a complement. The verb
Which is the complement?
Jewish.
And what type of complement that I'm going to mark in another color? I don't know. What type of complement is Jewish? Subjective or objective?
Subjective.
Why?
Because it talks about the subject.
Who is the subject or which is the subject?
She.
Exactly, right. So it's subjective complement. Very good. No object, it takes a complement. And had assumed? You assume what? You assume something. Transitive or intransitive?
Transitive.
Okay.
Oh, you assume something. What did the hotel manager assume?
That she was Jewish.
Yes, that she was. What the sentence says is she was only. The that is omitted and Jewish is omitted, right? So this is the object, which is in what color? Green. So this is not in green, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm making a mess with the colors. Okay, good. Now, this is the object. Is there anything else apart from the objects? No. So is it of complete or incomplete predication? Do we have a complement?
No.
No.
So,
Complete predication.
okay. Good, people, good. Now, please process all this. Reread it. Take it tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. Don't wait too long and try to take one class, read one day, you read the pattern, you see the exercise, you see the examples presented in the book, you have a look at them and you try to analyze them. Next class, we will go back to this. The dog next class. I will go about this. I will make some comments on my own during the week, but the doc will be open. Good, people, a lot of you have participated. The doc will continue, will be available for you to add answers so that I can check them. In cohesion, if you think that, for example, a student wrote something that and you don't agree with it, or in discourse, I don't know who did this. The one who did it didn't write the name here. Because you see, I see everybody as anonymous. Hamster anonymous, llama anonymous, bison anonymous. Well, everybody's anonymous. So that I need your names to see if you have participated here or who has participated. If you think that this answer, I don't know, is wrong and you have another version, you're going to write your version here. And so I can see both of them. I see that this one is incomplete, okay? What has happened here? Try to think of it. Think of more curious.
I think it's wrong. Is less afraid is twice, and for it, I don't understand, for example.
No, less afraid is twice, yes. But the other part is okay, yeah? You have to pay attention in cohesion, but to this. Smarter, more curious, less afraid. Which cohesive device? I don't want to give you the answer, right? That's why I'm not helping you so much. Think of the adjectives that I have underlined. You continue and try to continue with language in use. My idea was to start correcting this today, but we worked on syntax. So please continue with number 4, right? So don't focus just on up to cohesion. For homework, try to work on it, doing exercises. I will correct it. So language in use, wait a minute, because you have worked a lot, very good. While reading, good people. I'm going to have a look at everything that you have done, so keep on participating, okay? Language in use, you have to do it, please, okay? Try to participate here too, so that I see how you answer the questions and I can correct your grammar too. Syntax, you asked me about this, Mylene. I wrote this was. Okay, Cynthia, you were the one. Can you add your name, Cynthia, if you are so kind? Not now, whenever you want to, whenever you can. 5.5, wait a minute, 0.5. You have to answer the questions that I am asking you here. In he comes, this curious, patient, determined, energetic, skillful learner. Pay attention to this sentence and comment on how the message is organized. If you remember, Mylene, what we saw about marked theme, yes. I would like you to pay attention to that, okay, in the sentence, the organization of the message. Okay?
Yes.
And then the same with number 2, how the message is organized, the organization of the message in the module was theme and rhyme. And in the sentence that you have here, you have to identify what I ask you to identify. Look, here you have some help for transitive and intransitive. And you have these sentences, which are a lot. Do as much as you can. You can, for example, identify as I did with different colors. It's difficult. It's difficult.